I'm not nearly as brave as other people to say. They would go badmouth and trash talk the Capitol in public where the cameras are. That would get you executed or put in jail. 3 months ago, there was this one family, this one dad had enough of the shenanigans and called out the Capitol. He was hanged in the town square in our hanging tree in the middle of the town square. That's why they taught us to keep our mouths shut, put on a mask, and act like everything's okay. They escort me and Luke to the bullet train. They close the door. There is a dining hall, a living room. There's a hallway that leads down to my quarters and Luke's quarters and our mentor's quarters, and a bathroom for each one of us. Luke goes to sit down on the couch and I follow suit. Me and him look at each other. We don't know what to say to each other. We just sit there in silence for a couple minutes, thinking to ourselves. That's when I mentor. Jamie Mason comes out, the great-great-granddaughter of Joanna Mason from District 7. She's a past victor. Her mother was a part of the uprising during the 75th Hunger Games when Katniss Everdeen shot the arrow into the arena and destroyed the arena. They don't talk about it much in history class anymore. They touched it a couple times. Jamie Mason comes out with a look on her face. So you two are the unfortunate souls. She looks at me. I sense a darker presence. I look at her. What do you mean, a darker presence? She looks at me. Something is off about you. Like there's a darkness following you. I don't question it. She looks at us. I'm your mentor. For the next few days, I will be teaching you how to survive the Hunger Games. But it's up to you if you guys actually listen. We're gonna eat lunch first, and then I'll show you the other tributes who've been reaped so you know what you're dealing with. Then we'll talk about survival strategy. Me and Luke exchange a look at each other and both say, okay. We go sit down at the table. It has fine silverware. I've never seen anything like it before. District 7's not really a rich district. There is mini sandwiches, tea, food. I can't even name some of the food because I've never seen it before. That's when I remember I'm starving. I begin to dig in. Pearl looks at me disgusted. She's probably upset about my table manners. I decide to poke the bear. I chew with my mouth open, and with food in my mouth I talk and I say, "What?" She looks at me and she scoffs and storms off talking about barbarians. Good. She can go cry in her own room. For the most part, it's a quiet lunch. But Jamie Mason says, "Why don't you two introduce yourselves to me?" She looks at Luke to start first. Luke stutters a bit. "Well, I'm Luke. I am in an orphanage. Me and Violet are good friends. My boyfriend died in the Hunger Games a couple years ago. There's not much to talk about. I like to keep to myself." We all glance at each other. Jamie Mason looks at me and she says, "Now you." "Well, I'm Violet Bones. My sister died in the Hunger Games a couple years ago. I live in the orphanage. I don't like people. People suck." Jamie Mason looks at me. "Agreed. I hate people too." We both come to an agreement and both smile slightly. She seems pretty calm for someone who went through the Hunger Games. You'd think she would have some mental disorder or something. Maybe she's hiding it deep down. Get the vibe that she has a short temper, though. Lunch concludes, and she's like, "Well then, let's go sit in the living room and watch the reapings from the other districts." We watch the other reapings of the other districts, and there's only a few people that stick out to me. There's a girl from District 3 who looks very skinny, and she has an inhaler. Her name is Lila. She is very small, and she's 13. She's probably not going to survive. The boy from District 1 is very tall and muscular. He's the only volunteer for District 1. District 2, 2 volunteers. The girl from District 2 is muscular and short. She's like a pit bull. We call her Pit Bull Girl. She looks very dangerous and always angry. From District 9, there's this one boy who stands up and he's deaf. He sign languages his name. That has to be a disadvantage in the Hunger Games, in my opinion. But then the last one that really caught my eye was the girl from District 12. She lifts up her shirt and shows the breasts to everybody, telling the Capitol to go F herself. She just caught herself a death sentence. They don't execute her, but I know they're gonna make the games difficult for her. Her name is Tammy. Me, Pearl, Jamie, and Luke all exchange looks. Pearl looks disgusted. Of course District 12 has this disgusting tributes. They should have just blew it off the map. They're disgusting pigs. That's when I had enough of her bullcrap. I stood up to her and I said, "Excuse me, you're just a disgusting bitch from the Capitol. The only thing you got going for you is your nasty weave." She goes to slap me, but I stop her and I slap her. The peacekeepers pull us apart and they tell me to go to my room. In my room, I need to calm down. I'm getting angry. I'm getting those evil thoughts again and those demonic voices in my head telling me to do things I shouldn't. I need to calm down.